Well, Clover,
Yes, Yank.
what are we going to do the rest of the day?
We're doing it.
Is this it?
Yep. This is as good as it gets.
Well, what if we get bored?
Can move over there.
We'll move over there.
Go for a swim.
Go for a swim? I like that idea.
Sure.
Okay, well, let's get stuck into this.
Yeah.
Clover and I really feel like we hit pay dirt on this one, the Bluff Campground. You're not that far from Wauchope, and yet you feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere. The campground itself is quite small, actually. Tents and maybe camper trailers like we've got, you're going to easily get in there. But if you've got a really big rig, you're going to struggle, particularly if there's a lot of people there. In which case, you'd probably make your way down to Wild Bull Campground. A lot more room there. It does have a toilet. Other than that, you have to be prepared, off grid. And the old saying, if you bring it in, you take it home. The wildlife is amazing. It's just everywhere. There's all kinds of lizards. There's enormous amounts of birds. I sat one afternoon and just watched birds. Most of our time was spent somewhere down on the river. The river's very low, I'd say. Lack of rain for many, many months, it looks like. But you can see by looking up here that the water gets pretty powerful. Put all these logs up here. Actually, this river, Wilson River, brings back a lot of fond memories for me. As a kid, we used to go to a place called Wilson River, and it's on the Oregon coastline. Although very different, but gosh, we spent a lot of time there as kids. Anybody out there tell me why that is there, or what could have done that, other than man? Out here, look where we're at. Also, just want to make mention to people that have never been to Australia. I think I've been here 40 years now, I think. But no matter where you are in Australia, I don't think I've ever seen a tree that doesn't have any black on it from being on fire. Just take a look at this. Not many trees around here. No matter where you look, how far you look out there, they've all got black on them. Well, we've had our coffee. We've decided we'd spend this morning walking up the other side of this river up to Wild Bull Campground. We're going to go, as we found out yesterday, there's no real trail along each side of the river. It's just so it's rock hopping, so it's my age is getting hard going, but that's where we're going. We're going up this way until we hit Wild Bull Campground. The walk up the river to Wild Bull Campground was quite adventurous. It could be, I guess for us it was a bit arduous, but we really enjoyed it. And Pickle really, really enjoyed it. That was a bit tough, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure we're going to be taking the road back. Shoes are wet now, so it doesn't matter. Woo! Come on, Clover. I think we've made it to the next campground. I can see some steps over there. See if you can see that in the camera. Definitely found Wild Bull Campground. Much larger areas here at Wild Bull than Bluff. Bluff is pretty tiny. I think you're going to struggle with a big caravan in there. You might get one in there, but if it's crowded, I think you're a little bit struggling. Okay, toilets here. Fire pits. Barbecues. Look at that, even an undercover bench. So up here just to get a shot of the toilet. And seriously, some people just make me want to just puke. Check this out. Seriously, for f***'s sake. It's people like that that don't belong to even be out here. Oh, you can imagine in summertime when it's 40 degrees. You can see this place getting really crowded and busy. You can see a fish. Can you see that straight through the trees?
What is it?
My guess is another catfish. Near Monday. We'll leave tomorrow. Yeah, this is pretty cool. All right.
Oh, look at somebody's put steps up the.
And we're certainly not going back the way we came unless you want to, Clover. What's your pick, that way or the roadway?
Oh, I could run back that way. But for your sake, I'll take the road.
Okay, we're going to race. I'm going to run down the road and you can run down the river, darling. We actually did that little adventure in about an hour 45. Not that we were
Sorry, love.
pushing to make it really fast or anything, but that's just how long it took us. Wear some sturdy shoes and prepared to get them wet. And we halfway through we were thinking, you know, if we got a snake bite or one of us broke our legs, we're in a bad spot. So we didn't even think of that until we were, well, halfway through our walk. So at our age, you got to start thinking like that, I guess. Anyway, touch wood, we're fine. We made it. We live for another day.
We're swimming clothes so that if you need it, just swim through.
Oh yeah, if it is summer, it's not quite summer yet, but if it is summer, it'd be so hot. You might just wear your togs, because I know for a fact that we'd be in there every second swimming hole, and they're just swimming holes all the way up. This one spot on the river would probably be our favorite spot, or at least it was my favorite spot. And this hill, this rock, this piece of solid rock with all the little black boys on it, I could just sit and stare at this thing all day for some reason. Some people can do it right, and some people can't. That's just the way it is. Which brings me to tip of the day, practice. As you can see, I haven't quite got this right. But I'm going to keep practicing until I got it perfect. This is our last day
At Mount Boss National Park, the Bluff.
The Bluff.
Campsite.
We've packed up. We've gone for our very last
Skinny dip.
swim. So we're out of here. We really enjoyed our stay here. We had 5 days here. It was very relaxing. For some reason, we had the whole place to ourselves, which actually was kind of a bonus for us. Hey Clover,
Yeah?
I was in the shop the other day and noticed a person buying a single toilet paper roll.
Just one?
Yeah, just the one, a single toilet roll. And you know, you got all this, dozen packs or 15 or 24 roll in a pack, but they were only getting the one. Is that a bit odd or what?
Maybe they're trying to quit.
Good night, Clover.
Good night, Yank.